What's the pathway forward here? What's your message to the international investment community about the state of Turkey's economy and this question of independence of the central bank and the independence of your ministry?
Well, thank you. Turkey is back with a new program, a new team. Political uncertainty is out of the way. So we have 5 years ahead of us. There is a new team at Central Bank, and they're doing what is needed, what it takes to control inflation and bring it down back to single digits. We have a program to that end. You know, it's easy to lose trust, confidence, or credibility, but it takes time to regain in terms of policy. We had issues with our monetary policy framework, if you look at the past several years, but actions speak louder than words. We're rebuilding it by actually rebuilding credibility by delivery. We've front-loaded fiscal adjustment in tune of 2.5% of GDP in July. That should help restore fiscal health. There is conventional monetary tightening in addition to selective credit tightening as well as quantitative tightening. So that should help anchor inflation expectations going forward. We've also unveiled a very comprehensive structural reform agenda that is tied to a calendar so that market participants can judge us, can judge our performance. So I think we do have what it takes to regain the trust of people, the confidence, and investors will be back. It takes time, but already there are a few signs. Reserves are up by $26 billion. CDS are down by 300 basis points. So across the board, there are good signs, but we have to continue. We have to sustain it. So really the key is patience and perseverance. And we believe that we have the backing of President Erdogan. And therefore, the concerns about longevity of the program and the efforts are probably misplaced.
Inflation's still at around 60%. The interest rate is at 30%. The lira has been one of the worst performing currencies this year. What does normal look like in Turkey, and how soon before you can get there?
Thank you. It's true we are an outlier when it comes to inflation. I think it would be misplaced to compare the policy rate with past 12 months inflation. What is important is that we look at the policy rate relative to the next 12 months inflation expectations. In that sense, the gap is much narrower, which suggests that the work is not done, that we still have some way to go. Also, I would highlight that the monetary policy stance is tighter than what headline policy rate implies because of the quantitative tightening and selective credit tightening. So in that sense, we're not done, but we are better than what headline numbers would suggest. So inflation, what is the new normal? The new normal is you implement sound policies that generate confidence. This will ultimately lead to portfolio and FDI inflows, flows into Turkey, and that would lead to real exchange rate appreciation, which would foster speedier disinflation. So that's really the game plan, and I think we are on the track because we are implementing sound policies.